Welcome to another totally radical episode of Monday Movie Pickup. Here's Outatime. This is the Back to the Future documentary. It's about the restoration of the time machine DeLorean from the original film. And this documentary is a little tough to find nowadays. I believe the Blu-ray, I'm not sure if it's out of print necessarily, but it's pretty tough to find a copy nowadays. I actually found one on eBay. And there's another documentary out there called Back in Time. That's another one that I still have yet to purchase. But yeah, I just heard this one in passing the other day, and you can still find copies of it on eBay, but other than that, I'm not sure how easy it is to get this Blu-ray. A pretty easy Blu-ray to buy. This is Poltergeist, the extended cut. This is the film from 2015. As I've probably said on here before, Poltergeist, the original movie, is like one of my favorite horror movies. It probably is my favorite horror movie, but I have never seen the remake. I've seen the two sequels, and I believe there was a TV series as well, but I've never dived into the 2015 remake. I've heard people say it's not too bad. We have here The African Queen. So this is a movie that I often see bundled with Casablanca. So I've never gotten the chance to buying it because I've never seen that particular Blu-ray, but I know that oftentimes I don't see like a single release for The African Queen. But this set is actually pretty cool. As you can see, it comes with the Blu-ray, and it actually comes with a radio broadcast on CD. It comes with this book from Katharine Hepburn, which, looking through it, it looks like it's about the making of The African Queen. It comes with several film reels, and it looks like it's for the Technicolor process that was done for the movie. So I've never actually seen one like this before. I usually just see one film strip, but not multiple. That is really neat. And then several production photos or stills from the movie. And I was lucky enough to find this set at a half-price book. So here is the Tarantino 20-year box set. So this comes with everything Tarantino did up until, I believe, the final movie in here should be Inglourious Basterds. All the discs are out of order at the moment, but I'm just trying to like show them off. I actually found this at a half-price books. Really cool artwork throughout. I remember the trailer for this Blu-ray when it was originally released. This is actually out of print now, but there was one specific reason I wanted to get it. It was for the 2 bonus discs. This comes with other special features that are not included on the other individual releases of these movies. So I already own all these movies. This also does come with True Romance, the movie that he wrote. It doesn't come with Natural Born Killers for obvious reasons. He's not very happy with that final cut of that movie. But all his other work is included in this. But the thing I wanted it for was the bonus discs. As you'll notice, the box on the outside is all torn up, so I actually got this for a pretty good price. I believe it was only $20 at half-price books. I thought that was worth it because the set is now out of print. You only usually see it for high prices now. And yeah, the box art is kind of destroyed, but I'm not really looking for this necessarily. Yeah, I would have liked an intact box, but at the same time, to finally get those bonus discs for that low of a price is great, because I didn't really need to double dip on all the other movies. I just really wanted the bonus discs. So at this point, there should really be a 30-year Tarantino box set. I don't know, maybe they'll do that at some point. I have started to see some of the Miramax releases get re-released on Blu-ray now, and they have new slipcovers. So maybe we'll start to see some more 4Ks, and maybe there'll be a new box set at some point. Here's another collection of movies. This is Airport. Probably more famous nowadays for being the series that inspired the more famous film Airplane. Now, like, Airplane is probably more famous than the movie that inspired it. The first movie was actually shot at the Minneapolis airport. So every time I go to that airport, I always remember they shot the first movie there. I always try to look around to see if there's anything to acknowledge that. I thought I heard someone say there is something in that airport to acknowledge the airport movie, but I have yet to see it every time I'm there. But usually when I'm there, I'm rushing onto a flight anyway. The NeverEnding Story 2, the next chapter. So the first movie I have on Blu-ray, I actually had to buy it twice because the second release of that movie had special features. The initial Blu-ray did not. The third movie has yet to be released in the United States. I can't remember if the third movie's release in other countries is region-free or not, but regardless, the third movie has not seen a release yet. I heard they were doing a remake of that movie at some point, so I haven't heard anything else about that in years. I wonder if that's still happening. Cushing, Curiosities, box set. I think this is great. It comes with Tender Dracula, Bloodsucker, Sherlock Holmes, The Man Who Finally Died, Suspect, and Cone of Silence. It comes with all these individual cases. It comes with this book, and I did an unboxing of this on my Daily Cinephile page, so if you want to look up more inside details of this box set, go check it out there. I'll put the link in the video. I also have, I haven't talked about these yet on Monday Movie Pickup, but these are the 8mm, the Super 8 releases of Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. These are the sound versions, and these I also talked about on my Daily Cinephile YouTube channel, so if you want to get a more inside look of these, but was very happy to find these at an antique store. I've never seen these out in the wild. I've always heard about the Super 8 releases that they've done for Star Wars. There were quite a few. All of them were slightly different from the other. Some had sound, some had color, and then they did like another Star Wars release that had different scenes. And then Empire Strikes Back had 2 different releases with different sets of scenes. Return of the Jedi never made it to the United States. It did in other countries on Super 8, but they never did it in the United States. It never made it to Super 8. But by the time that movie came out, VHS started to become the more favored route. So the movie started to show up on VHS, and then that is the rest is history as far as home video goes. And here's yet another obscure home video release. This is The Wizard of Oz on CED, Capacitance Electronic Disc. I don't often get these at all. I'll buy some laser discs. I've often tried to keep it to just movies that are not available on Blu-ray or DVD, or movies that are my all-time favorites, because I don't really want to grow that Laserdisc collection too much. CEDs, for the most part, I bought 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it's only part 1 or part 2. I can't remember which part I have, but I don't even have both parts. I have a Donald Duck release that doesn't even have the disc on the inside, and I also have the Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's the only complete CED that I have. But now I have The Wizard of Oz. Great movie. Has had multiple releases. Even on Blu-ray, it's had multiple different covers, multiple different releases. So this is probably up there with Star Wars as one of the most overly released movies on home video. I'd like to see a player at some point. Former teacher of mine, their father had one, so I actually did see one in operation at one point. And then I also saw one at a Savers years ago, but it was like $200, and it came with a few CEDs. I wasn't able to buy it at that time. There was no way I was going to be able to put $200 down for something like that, but looking back, and the fact that I have never seen one since then, even when I've traveled all over the state to different thrift stores and antique stores, I kind of regret that, but I'd love to hopefully find one again someday. Well, that is everything for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video, and special shout out to Anthony, Anna, Kirsten, Spencer, Lucas, and Robert for the support on Patreon. By joining my Patreon, you can get exclusive videos and blogs, and for only $7, you can request your own movie review. I hope you stick around, Cinephile, and have a happy, productive day.